Hey guys, I'm Sean Cheek coming at you from Waco, Texas. Today we're going to learn a song by Brandy Carlisle, one of my favorite artists and songwriters. It's called The Joke. All right, let's take a listen. And go. One, two, one, two, three. All right, guys, welcome to webpianoteacher.com, our online community where we gather together to learn, play, and share the music that we love, creating a culture of encouragement for all you guys out there who are trying to learn to play piano online. You can do it if you pick the right lessons and you know how to practice. I'm going to help you to do that today. Let's get started. All right, so this is a good song if you like Brandy Carlisle, or if you are wanting to get into playing accompaniments and you need kind of a chord-based accompaniment. A lot of songs are like that, just kind of chords, plunking along in quarter notes while the left hand maybe does an octave and a fifth. This is a good one to get into that with, so because it's not too hard, but it sounds pretty cool, and you should have some success pretty early with it. Let's take a listen. All right, we'll get to it. So we have the D chord we're going to start with on the right hand. And, you look at that and say, well, that doesn't look like just chords. Well, everything that's in it is part of the chord. In fact, a lot of improvising is just playing the notes you're already on when your fingers are in a fixed place on a chord, okay? So you may see all those notes, but if you just get in that area, get your fingers set, you'll be good for that measure. All right, so here we go. Remember, you can also download the sheets for this if you are a member of webpianoteacher.com. Great thing to do for your practicing. All right, so A, D, F sharp on the right. I'm going to use, you could use 1, 2, 4, maybe 1, 3, 5. I think 1, 2, 4 is more comfortable for me. All right, so A, D, F sharp, that is a D major chord. And I'm already in position to play this. Okay, so D, E with 2, 3, and then A, D, F sharp with 1, 2, 4 again. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I got my right hand down. If you need to do that a couple of times, that's a great way to practice. Just repeat it. Okay, just one hand, and then the left hand can come in. I'm going to play a D octave to start with. Okay, so D on the thumb, D on the fifth finger. If that's too much for you, you can just play the lower D. And then the A kind of falls right in the middle with that 2 finger. Okay, that's the fifth I was talking about when I talked about the octave and the fifth. That fifth will usually fall kind of just right there with that pointer finger. 2, 3, 4. Okay, do that a couple of times. Then we can try to put hands together. And go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, now the next measure is going to be an A minor. All right, that little sign right there is just an accent mark. If you ever played actual music notation, you'll have some accents sometimes. Just give that little chord a little extra hit, a little extra punch, okay? So A, C, E, I'm going to play that with 1, 2, 4. You can also use 1, 3, 5 if you want. Okay? So straight quarter notes on the right hand on that. Left hand's going to do A, E, and then one more E right there. So hands together, we have 1 and 2, 3, 4, and when you see my notation on the website, and I have dashes, that just means you're going to hold those chords out a little bit longer. The curved lines typically are eighth notes, so those will go a little faster. Okay, it's not an exact science, but it'll kind of help you with the rhythm as you listen to me do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and get that down. And then what do we do next? Here's a great thing to remember whenever you're practicing. Small bits, and then repeat those small bits. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't try to learn the whole song at once. Just take one measure, right hand, left hand, put them together. And then when you're ready, you move on to the second measure. You may spend the first day on one measure. That's okay, as long as you practice that little part. So we learn that first measure, we learn the second measure. The last thing to do is to put them together. Okay, it's like making a chain. Each measure is a link in the chain. So let's put them together. Here we go. Ready, and go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Very good. So you may need to practice that for a while, practicing those 2 measures. And a great thing to use, people forget they can do this, is you hit the space bar and pause the lesson while you work on it a little bit. Pause me so that you can work on what you need to do, and then I'll be there when you're ready to continue. Now, going to go to the third chord here, a G chord, G, B, D. I'm going to use 1, 2, 3 so that I have 2, 3, 5 ready on the next chord, B, D, G. Notice the B and the D are the same, okay? So you can keep the fingers 2, 3 on there the whole time. All right, you don't have to though. If you really are more comfortable playing and then moving, you can do that. So 1, and then we have the chord B, D, G. Now we just have to look at the left hand and learn where to fit those notes in. G on the bass, D, D, D with my 2 finger. So it goes hands together, right, left, right, left, right, left. And that's a lot of piano playing is right, left, back and forth. Okay, so 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay? Sometimes playing the piano is like playing the drums on the keyboard. It really is. There we go. And I'm just holding down the pedal for that measure. And then I'm going to go back to D. I don't show all of that, but I'm going to tell you what to do here. D, A, D. Okay, while the right hand does A, D, F sharp. Okay, so those are our chords. D, A minor, G, D chord. Let's try all of it, okay? You ready? Very beginning, go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. All right, there we go. So again, this is a good one. If you just really love this song and want to play it, even if you're an advanced player. If you're a beginner trying to get used to playing, chord accompaniment to songs, then this is a great one to get started on. Guys, I hope you enjoy it. Make sure you download the sheet as a member of webpianoteacher.com. It really comes in handy. Talk to you later.